Welcome back to another episode of the Canon. Today's episode will be a whole lightning round. Alright, so for this episode, since we missed quite a bit of news over the last few weeks, we'll do a lightning round, go through as much news as possible. We're going to rate it out of 5 canons on how much we care. 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Ready for this, Sal?
Yes, I am ready.
Alright, so for the first news story, we had Nathan Fillion, who kind of had his part leaked in Guardian of the Galaxy 2. He might be playing Power Man. Small cameo, kind of did a bunch of false movie posters because the character is an actor as well as a superhero. So what do you care out of that?
Just in terms of Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he kind of gets you excited anyways. Nate Fillion, I don't even know what else he's in. I know his face, but he's in a TV show.
Yeah.
What is it?
Castle.
Castle, okay. Well, I've never watched it, but I'm sure they know what they're doing in terms of casting him, so I'm going to have to go at least a 3 out of 5.
I'm going to have to go a 4 out of 5, and actually you mentioned it. His show Castle was canceled. So before that, I think this wasn't much of a story. It was definitely much more of a small cameo, might even be a Blu-ray special thing. But now that his main show is canceled, I think he might have a bigger part in the MCU now.
Okay.
All right, so next up we had Alden Ehrenreich, cast as the young Han Solo. It was not Taron Egerton as everyone thought it would be. So what do you care?
I like this casting just because we don't know much about him. He was in Hail Caesar. I think that's been his biggest role thus far. So I don't want to see, I didn't want this movie to begin with, but I like that they're going with an unknown, relatively unknown person. So that's pretty good. That's refreshing. So because of that reason, I can give it a 4. It's a generous 4, yeah.
I have to give it a 5. It's Han Solo, man. I mean, we've been talking about this casting for a long time. Granted, the person they cast might be the most unknown out of the group, but you still have to care about it, especially as a Star Wars fan. I agree with you. I don't want the movie, but interesting to see kind of how they do it. I'm not sure he looks too much like Han Solo, but I don't know. We'll find out. All right, so next up, Greg Berlanti himself confirms that he is working on a script and set to direct a Booster Gold movie in the DCU. What do you care?
This is a 5. I mean, anything DC is kind of a 5 for me. But Booster Gold is one of the more entertaining characters in the DCU. More relatively unknown character. I think he's an actor from the future. So that's also going to be an interesting kind of character to develop. So knowing that they're actually working on it and giving this character a chance is kind of it's a positive thing coming out of the DCU when a lot of stuff hasn't been positive lately. So excited. Number 5, I think I gave it
5.
Yeah.
I give it 4 cannons. Honestly, I wouldn't give it that high if it wasn't Greg Berlanti. So Booster Gold, yeah, it's an obscure character. Why he gets his own movie, I have no idea. But the fact that you have Berlanti, who is, if you don't know, like I don't even know, he's the overlord of the TV shows on CW.
Okay.
So he's the showrunner for Flash, Arrow, now going to be Supergirl and Legends of Tomorrow. So I watch all those shows of Supergirl, but he's the mastermind. He connects all the story. He does all that. So the fact that he's now getting a shot to be in the director's chair for a DCU movie excites me. So I give it a 4. All right. Next up, a while ago we had the Power Rangers first image of their Power Ranger suits. What do you think?
I like that they're going so different. It's pretty interesting to me. It seems like it's weird because the story is kind of set, in Power Ranger history. Like it's the same kind of story, same teenagers in a way, but that they're going so different with the outfits. I gotta say 4. I haven't seen the video that you've been talking about that it shows them in action. You said they look a lot cooler.
Oh, it's an image, yeah.
Oh, it was an image. Okay, so in the live world, I guess it looks a little bit cooler than it did in the studio photo. But so I gotta give it a 4. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I gotta give it a 5. Love Power Rangers. I'm glad we had time to sit on this one because initially I really didn't know what to think. I was leaning more towards not liking it, but like you said, as I've seen the live action, photo from the set. It shows that the suit is real because from the photo we got, it looks like it might be CGI based, and that was going to be really a problem. But they are going live action with CGI finishes, so the suits in live action look just like they do on the photo. I like it. A lot of people are saying it's a rip off of Iron Man. I'm like, I don't know about that. But from what we know, I guess it's supposed to like come from the chest piece and like form around them, so it looks cool. I like it. Yeah, 5 cannons. So next up, we have Simon Kinberg, the executive extraordinaire of Fox Studios, came out and said that he wanted to do another Fantastic Four movie with the same cast of Michael B. Jordan, Miles Teller, Kate Mara, and I forgot the other guy. But he said that they would learn from their lessons and make it a lighter tone and be more true to Fantastic Four.
Actually, I just surprisingly watched the end of it right when they were defeating Doctor Doom. So that was right now before you got here.
Just watched the
I
end,
just watched
not the
end.
rest of
No,
it.
I woke up and that was on, so I needed to watch it. I mean, I'm not very excited for it. I can give it like a 2, but I hope that they, I hope they succeed. I hope that they do. I hope that they prove people wrong because, in this time and age, you have we're critics, so you have critics all over the place. So if they want to, prove me wrong, go right ahead. It makes another great movie for me to watch. So
I gotta give it 3 cannons, generously. Just because I would be excited about this, but like we talked about before, Michael B. just signed on with Black Panther, and I don't know that cast is in a rush to come back. Even though I think they were great together and they had great potential, and the movie itself started out pretty decently, but I think it's a great idea. I just don't believe that it'll actually happen.
yeah.
All right, so next up we had the rumor come out, William Dafoe, who is part of DCU now. The rumor's going around that he is an Atlantean, so we heard that he was going to be playing a good guy this time, and the rumor is that he'll be part of the Atlantis crew. So,
I gotta give that. I'd rather have him be a villain, so I'm gonna give that 3. I don't know what kind of Atlantean he might play. Maybe he'll turn into Ocean Master or something. That'd be interesting to see.
Old to be Ocean Master. He said a good guy. Ocean Master's not good
until it turns bad. So yeah, but I mean it's Willem Dafoe, and I think anything he does is going to be interesting at least. He's a very I don't even know the word. He's very out there when it comes to his characters he plays. So him being a good guy maybe kind of might tame him back a little bit. And so we'll see how that works out. So, but right now it's a 3 because it's pretty far off. So yeah.
Yeah, I'll go 3. I don't really. It doesn't matter to me what he plays. He's a great actor, so putting him in wherever you feel fits best is fine with me. Atlantean probably wouldn't be my first choice, but that's cool, and it kind of falls in line with the thought it'll be more of a not minor, but kind of a B-list character. So
secondary character.
Yeah. All right. So next up, also in DCU, we had the rumor that Steppenwolf will be the main villain for Justice League Part 1, and of course, Darkseid being the main villain for Part 2. So.
Now that I think about it, I gotta give it like a 3, just because. I don't know. I was excited for Darkseid. I was excited for Darkseid to be number 1, and I'm sure he still will be. This is the classic. You got to defeat the henchman before you get to the bad guy kind of thing. So, in that sense, I'm not mad about it or anything. But I mean, if we did see him in that deleted scene, if that was Steppenwolf, that would be interesting to see and go back to. So, I mean, a 3's. Right now, the only reason it's a 3 is because it's still a year or more away. So we'll see how that pans out, and it will be totally CGI. Well, it might not be, but there's chances that we won't see any footage of him before they come out with like teasers or something. So
Yeah, I give it a 2. If especially if that is him in the deleted scene with Lex and the mother boxes, because yeah, that I don't know how they got Steppenwolf from that. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't look anything like that. I'm not a fan of the huge creature-ish thing, especially if that's the route they're going with Darkseid. Then I'll be really upset with that. They're more humanoid than anything, but yeah, and then it's a super rumor right now. Like that script could be getting changed. We don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give it a 2. All right, so next up, the next Transformers movie came out. A title. It is called Transformers: The Last Night.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
I don't care. So it's a 1. It's a 1.
Do you like the title?
The Last Night could mean Optimus Prime dies, and then so I guess that'd be a shake-up in that universe. I don't know. I just think they're trying to get more money at the expense of a good story. So that's what I think of this franchise overall, for the most part. You could say that about comic book movies too, but at least most of them are good or watchable. I don't think the Transformers after the first couple were watchable. So a 1 for me right now.
I have to give it a 2. It just seems like kind of a ripoff. Like we already know one of the hottest names out there still in this world is The Dark Knight, and The Dark Knight Rises from the Nolan series. So putting anything with night in it, putting anything with night in it is already gonna get people interested.
Martin Lawrence.
That was a good movie, actually.
It was a good.
All right, so next up, we have.
Michael.
I don't even think this was confirmed or anything. I forgot where this came from, but there's a rumor anyway that a Harley Quinn spinoff movie is being greenlit over at DC. So,
yeah, if it is true, I can give it a 4 right now. Just because it'll be the rumor is that it's going to be very woman based. There's going to be a lot of lead characters, and I like to look at women. So, no, that's not why. But like we'll get to see Batgirl possibly. A lot of other secondary characters I want to say that will be at the forefront of this movie. That's the rumor, so we'll see if that pans out or if this even is a true rumor. But again, that's good that they have that much confidence in Harley Quinn before we're even seeing her on the big screen. Could come back to bite them, but I don't think that they would greenlight a whole solo movie, if they weren't at least 90% sure that it would succeed.
I'll give it a 3. Yeah, I don't want a Harley Quinn solo movie. I don't need it. Yeah, I don't.
But it's something that Marvel doesn't have. They don't have those strong women.
Well, they are at some point going to capitalize on Black Widow, which I don't want to see that movie either. But to me, it's only a 3 because it's a bigger picture thing for me. Whereas like the slate was already pretty packed, and this movie was rumored for 2017. So I think like end of 2017. So I'm like, man, like. Not everyone's talking about how bad the DCU is doing all this. They're just doing them but adding movies. There's so many movies. I'm like, then you're going to do a Harley Quinn spinoff and not do a Joker spinoff or a Joker solo type deal. It has to be coming. So it's just, I don't know. It opens up Pandora's box to me. So I give it a 3. All right. So next up, Jennifer Lawrence, J-Law herself, during the interview said that she would be happy to come back for many more X-Men movies. So after seeing that performance and hearing her comments, what do you care about?
Well, I gotta give her some credit just because when we have the review coming up, by the way, for Apocalypse. I wasn't really annoyed by her in this movie, but at the same time, we don't know where they're going forward with this franchise. And I think the rumor was that, well, I think she confirmed it. She made a deal with McAvoy and Fassbender.
Oh yeah, I meant to bring that up too.
They would all do it. If they would all move forward and keep going with this franchise, then they all 3 would. But if one of them doesn't, then none of them would. So I don't know. I don't think Mystique is, primary to this story moving forward. I obviously think Magneto and Professor X are, so we'll see. But excitedness, I don't know. 3 maybe.
So I'm going to give this a 1. And if I was doing a SmackDown of the week, it would be for you, Jennifer Lawrence. I'm calling you on your bluff. You do not want to do more X-Men movies. Not even a little bit. I don't even want to get into the movie, but you don't want to do it. It's a slap in the face to sit here and act like you want to do it. And to say that McAvoy and Fassbender won't come back if you don't come back, who do you think you are? Like, come on, man. Like, that performance you gave was trash. You as a person are starting to become trash, and we don't need you to infect this franchise with your trashness. So I give it a 1. Moving on. So Michael Keaton originally was in talks to star in Spider-Man Homecoming. Then he dropped out, but talks are back on. And again, talks. People, learn your lesson. He is not signed yet. They're in talks. So what do you care?
That's a 4 for me.
Sal does not get 5s.
I don't get it's a hard 4. Just because Michael Keaton is awesome in my eyes. I love him. I think he's a great actor. I think he's hilarious, by the way, too. So I don't. You got to wonder why those talks. The rumors was that he wasn't going to do it. Now he's going to do it again. Maybe
I
it's.
know.
You know?
No, I don't know, but I know what I heard. But
Okay.
not for sure. That people said it happened after Robert Downey Jr. signed, and then the money got funny, and then it was like, oh no, not gonna be paying Robert this and not paying me that.
Yeah.
But now after they got Robert's deal done, then they were able to,
move monies around.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. I mean, I think he deserves it. But Robert does too.
Robert doesn't have an Oscar.
You're right. He doesn't. He doesn't. So yeah. So 4. A good 4. A good 4.
Give it a 5. Especially if the villain turns out to be Vulture. I definitely give this a 5 because, as I said before, just flat don't care if it's anyone but Michael Keaton. As soon as it's Michael Keaton as Vulture, now I'm interested. Totally different interest level in this movie with Michael Keaton in it. So, and then Steve Rogers, Chris Evans, Captain America will be signing on that movie, so I guarantee it. All right. So Jeff Bridges is now in Kingsman 2, Sal's favorite movie. So that makes Halle Berry, Shannon Tatum, Julianne Moore, and now Jeff Bridges all joining the cast of Kingsman 2. Sal, what do you care? Do you finally care?
I mean, that's a good ad. I'll give you that, but I still don't care about the movie, so it's like a 2. So that's all I have to say about that.
I would give it a 3. It's definitely getting over the hump for me. I'm still not gonna go see it, but it's getting over the hump. And interest level, I'm just like, okay, man. Like, for me, when you get cast like this, it has to say something about the story. So I have to believe it'll be pretty fun. Yeah, I'm still not gonna go see it though. All right, and then lastly, we have the traitor. Jeremy Irons, who played Alfred in Batman vs. Superman, was interviewed and basically said the movie deserved to get bad reviews because it was overstuffed and muddled and whatever British words he said. Sal, what do you care about?
Well, I care about it as a 5.
Yes.
Because that's an important thing that's happening behind the scenes. Obviously, he doesn't have any say really in where the story goes. So, but to have one of your main actors, I would say, give their honest opinion, and that opinion not be favorable towards your movie is a big deal, especially in this day and age where everything gets recorded and everything sticks. So for him to say that, I think says a lot about maybe a lot of people's opinions behind the scenes, maybe other actors even. I don't think the big 3 or even big 4, Gal Gadot, I don't think they would ever say anything. So maybe he's kind of speaking out for them. But yeah, important. I think it's important. So I'm gonna give it a 5.
Giving it a 5. DEFCON mode. DC's going down. I'm joking, but it's a 5 for multiple reasons. Jeremy Irons is an award winner, Academy Award winner. He knows what a good movie looks like. He knows what good performances look like. The same reason people respect Ben Affleck's opinion for some reason, because Argo won one Oscar. But same reason, they know what a good quality product looks like. So it does hold weight when Jeremy Irons says that. Secondly, it could go one of two ways. This could be a movement where the DC as a whole is embracing it. You know, they're stepping up and saying, no, that movie wasn't as good as you deserved. We're all gonna, sing that tune, and we're gonna give you something better next time. If that's the case, then Jeremy Irons should be the guy to kick that off, and then have everybody fall in line. If it's the other way around, where it's just Jeremy Irons going rogue, then that sucks.
Problem.
Yeah, get him out. Get get J.K. as Alfred. Switch some things around. Then William Dafoe becomes Commissioner Gordon. We're all good.
All right.
So screw you, Jeremy. Joking. All right, so that is the show for today. Hope you enjoyed that lightning round. Sal, where can the people find us?
Find us on Twitter at The Canon Vlog or on Facebook, facebook.com/The Canon.
And I forgot to tell you that you can click the subscribe button below if you want more of The Canon. And remember, if you heard it here, it is Canon.
But with these actors, top tier actors, not just if they're black or white, they're top tier actors, and they are what's hot in the street right now. That's not a black joke.